and welcome to another episode of T, Me and my four-wheel drive. Of course, she's T and I'm me, and we're back in my four-wheel drive. Sorry it's been so long between episodes, but the truth is I've actually tried to film this episode several times. In fact, I've filmed an intro several times. Good morning and welcome to another episode of T, Me and my four-wheel drive. Hello and welcome to the last ever episode of T, Me and my four-wheel drive. She's T, I'm me, and we're in my four-wheel drive. And yes, you heard right, this is the last episode.
The last episode?
The last episode, and wow. I haven't even told her yet. So the problem is, I just haven't really known how to present it. So, as you know, in the last episode, we kind of had a tree fall on the Hilux.
Hold on.
That was then followed by the wheel falling off the Land Cruiser. Look at what just happened. Yep. Our wheel just fell off. Quite an adventure, and sort of slowed us down a little bit and meant that we couldn't have the amazing trip up in the high country that we'd planned. So anyway, managed to get out and fix it. So here's a couple of little highlights and I guess a little bit about what we've been doing. So the first problem we had to solve was, of course, getting the Land Cruiser back on the road. And Mount Buller Towing were very, very accommodating. So New Year's Day, we headed back up to Mansfield and managed to get the wheel back on and get the car back on the road. Problem was then, of course, the starter motor decided to die. So anyway, after a lot of mucking around, we managed to get it going and I was able to drive it home to Melbourne, where I was able to then fit a new starter motor. The Hilux, well, no surprises there, but it was written off. The insurance company did pay out, but there wasn't a lot left once I'd paid out the finance on the car, and I was now down to one car. In January, Gus and I snuck up to Violet Town for the weekend. And while we were there, we started to look at the Pergola, which really hadn't made much progress, and decided, you know what, it's really about time we finished it. In February, I snuck up to Violet Town once more for a magical weekend of solo camping. Just before I had laser eye surgery, and with the drugs they give you, I was in no condition to do anything for the rest of that month. In March, over a couple of weekends, I managed to convince a few of the guys, and of course T, to head up to Violet Town and put some effort in and really get the Pergola finished. And I must say, the end result far exceeded my expectations. And immediately after getting the roof on, we made use of it moving our swags in and the fire because it poured with rain that night. The Pergola was finally done and we made good use of it over Easter. With a few little additions, and we really worked out how to best make use of the space. Smaller group over Easter, but we still had a fantastic time. 2 weeks after Easter, T, me and Gus once again headed up to Violet Town for another fantastic weekend. But by this time, my car was starting to have some trouble and I was beginning to think, this is the end. So as you can hear, my car is not great. That vibration through there is absolutely killing me. I'm hoping I know what it is. I'm hoping it's the U-bolts. In 2 weeks I'm going to get the U-bolts changed over and hopefully that fixes it and I get a reliable car back. But at the moment, every time I drive it, I'm scared it's just going to break. So, I've certainly been busy over the last, 5 months or so, but for a while there, it was looking like that was the end of Team Me and my four-wheel drive and there wasn't going to be any more adventures. But good news is, car's all fixed and we are ready to head out. So, it's Friday night, we're pumped. Tomorrow's going to be an absolute shit day in Melbourne, which means that there's going to be snow. So we're heading out. Yep. We're heading up to Violet Town tonight. We'll meet a couple of the guys up there, camp at Violet Town, and then tomorrow morning We're heading to Mount Stirling to see if we can find some snow. Meant to be snow down to 700 metres overnight, so we're heading up to about 1700 metres, so that means we should get some snow. And yeah, let's hope it's good. Anyway, it's Friday night, it's peak hour, traffic's heavy, we've got a long, slow, almost 3 hours now to get out of town, and yeah, we better head off. So we'll check in tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and believe it or not, we are up and action stations. Got up around about 5 o'clock, got the fire going, got some breakfast on, made some coffee, of course. And tea's living up to her name, having a nice cup of tea. And yeah, we are ready and rearing to go. Aim is to get on the road by about 7. We're going to run into someone along the way, and about 8 o'clock we'll meet someone in Mansfield, and then we're going for the snow. It is snow down to about 700 metres this morning, and we're going to about 1700, so I'm excited. Tara's not yet awake.
Burn my mouth.
Very good. All right, we're going to keep going, get some breakfast. It is freezing cold, which means hopefully there's some snow on the mountain. Well, we just stopped at the bottom of Mt Stirling and just aired down, and it is pretty awesome. We can already see snow on the mountain, and we haven't really even climbed anywhere yet. So we're only, we're about 850 metres up, so we've got about 1,000 to go, roughly, or 900 if you want to be exact. But yeah, we're definitely going to see some snow. We did see a ram come through before, and the thing was covered in snow, so it's a good sign. Let's get going. Today's convoy consisted of course, me in my Toyota Land Cruiser, followed of course by Stuart in his very capable Hilux. Then Gus in his brand spanking new FX4 Ranger. Wow, what a car. And finally, of course, Steve, also in his Toyota Land Cruiser. Good choice of car, Steve. Made it to the snow tee. We are at the start of the track up to Craig's Hut, and I've never been at this point with snow, so this is pretty bloody awesome. There is actually snow falling at the moment, so we're still at about 1,200 metres, 1,700 to the top. I don't even reckon we'll get up there, but yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, it's freezing! Tara should be out here doing this, not me. Well, that is pretty awesome. I don't know how well you can hear me at the moment. There's a little bit of a wind coming through. It is actually snowing. We're here at Craig's Hut in the snow. Very different to every other time that I've been up here. Never seen snow this low. This is phenomenal. This is awesome. What a trip. I'm so glad we came.
Well, our early morning had paid off. We were probably the second group up to Craig's Hut that morning. Incredible. A lot of pristine snow and just a very different experience to every other time we'd been up there. But the adventure didn't end there. Oh no. From there on in, we actually went where no one had been that day. But you'll have to wait for next episode on that one.
What do you reckon, T?
Very cool.
Craig's Hut in the snow. That is a story to take to school on Monday.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Did you sign the book?
I did sign the book.
Who'd you sign it from?
Team Lima for a drive.
Fantastic. You gonna make a snowman today, Tara?
I'm making a heart.
Are you gonna make a snow heart? Maybe I can smash it on your head like last time.
You do that again, I'm gonna cry, Dad. Don't be mean to me.
I won't break your heart.
You did it last time.
I might. Love you.
Thank